abusia for ye mamunyina akwaba sronkokra eba counseling time with counselor DUI Donkoh.
All right, so tonight let's go straight. Yeah, Kasafa, your past and your present, the do's and the don'ts.
Right.
It's about relationship and also about marriages.
Okay.
And yeah, Kasafa, the extreme de down, and in near a wahonde.
Right.
And I becano near extreme de down, and the baby a walkonde.
Right.
The past and the present. Naturally say, Sekoba so say Mojaya, the mistakes of the past, the things you were supposed to do then, you didn't do. Now probably you are in a new relationship. And we are trying to tell you what must be done and what shouldn't be done.
Okay. Right.
So very simple. The do's and the don'ts of a good relationship.
Okay.
So now we come back to see that let's understand that relationships do not just happen. When somebody is not ready to sit, consciously make up their minds to let it work.
Right.
It's yet to be track and kase. Obise opa. Once they propose and they claim to love you, there is no work to be done.
Okay.
Get to me, yet to me some can that say because somebody can pray for 7 hours, because of the prayer, automatically their relationship will be successful.
Okay.
What a man must do in thinking, refuse to think to do, you sink and stink.
Okay.
Adia was any paye, what green way. So one getting anya relationship chronobi now pampa, but it's not going to happen the way you want. So we are sitting here to say that things do not just happen when somebody does not consciously make up their mind that we are going to work on it.
Right.
There are things you will need wisdom to make it work, and you don't need prayer.
Okay.
There are many couples and there are many people in their relationships. They blame Jezebel for their predicaments.
Okay.
When they refuse to be responsible. It's idea was say the do's and don'ts. Men now we are TSS emfa.
Ebeti.
Wetty. No. You don't come back to blame anybody to say that. Nambe peno, nambe dono, dear Dayon, so or Bronsambo you feel no. Be responsible.
Right. So
let's talk about the do's and then we come to the don'ts of the relationships.
Okay.
Tiyebebusa say, what are the do's of a relationship? Nioma ben sana me ya. Ebe tumi aboa relationship no. Ye wi ani about the ni kwansa be ye. Nye saa ebe nyinya. Nkati kwan ya de na so do sa tumi ebe nyinya.
No correct.
Number 1, the do's. So opese a relationship. Etumpon and maybe a wobra from mumpu obese koso the do's nioma wosam me ba ko ni say never forget to express your feelings.
Okay.
Valerie,
Papa,
never forget to express your feeling. Say opese a relationship ejina yi etumpon
right.
Ebeye te se woni suade hu de ni bi. Send your hair with TV so. Send your show movie beam. Send your own crofobia, yes, and yet. Open say, learn how to express your feelings. In other words, a lot of women and some men think that some people don't know what relationship ma. Upe wumpo, adiebi ayema no is your responsibility. Vala yenti asiyese, adiebi amesi upe wi ameyema obi anya ohye ayawodo. Why? Because I believe that you cannot talk about love and ignore sacrifice.
Sure.
Baby, I will not be a giving, sacrifice or openness or loyalty or giving or. Say, we are meyere. We are waba mebe wado. We are mukun. We are bema mebe wado. Me ya dear mawa. Men yene say ma said ye. And it's my ye. Who say will be soon I said ye no. That's one ye. If by the grace of God, some way, somehow, your partner does it for you.
Right.
Somebody must learn how to express their appreciation.
Most definitely.
That's it. Biewano, bukotoge, da oyerase, da ukuase, ewa dem, ewa bontene, biewano. See, sometimes we kill affection by not expressing our gratitude towards the person who did the good. Eti be maybe kunu homa de yere. Ni yiri semina wasinye de wa sede why na me kire so wo yiri bi su ti ba bia wo bode wuro su se ei minya wo bi no ye ma me Wokunu bi enya wo ba odom de boa no. Obe push no. Na wo de oyere de so yi ska boa we push ni. Achi se wanka. Sabi wani mo enye jimie. Aya wodo any da che ni so de hu amewo. Ti na me ye ma agi se bi push. Eti na me chere say the do's number one do the things you should be able to do that will make the relationship become stable. Never forget to express your feeling.
Okay.
The autosumi, be yourself. Don't act like someone you are not.
Right.
Men you know koya krato. Krato ya madani mechi ebutu. Na me di mechi emefu. Na me di before emechi. See, a lot of people are caught at the middle of a relationship in marriage. And then people got to know that they were not how they presented themselves.
Right.
Overall relationship, one of the do's you must do to be able to keep the relationship stable.
How do you be yourself in this situation when you want to sustain the relationship?
Valerie, I love this question. Now let me explain.
Right.
Obia wo wiase bia including myself you nkrasesem kakra wo yim and you when the bie so wo yim. Now it depends on who you meet, then you adjust.
Right.
Nevertheless, understand this, that the when the bie no eye wo bi nkrasesem.
Okay.
The you obi nkrasesem you bi ani bie. Etie obi betumi atrase abane the guy say lady na bie ni nam sa no odidi no. The guy say I love a woman like this. Yeah, maybe Papa, you're crazy and daring. My God, I love this. Oh no, baby, super and say fuck ni keke. Say you are about to do. Maybe Papa say you. Yeah, you're fat opener. They are re. Maybe Papa, yeah, like. It's in the air when you be in the you'll be in criticism. The young criticism say you'll be in the be. So it depends on who you are dealing with.
Right.
Nevertheless, understand that be yourself. It means that you don't pretend to be someone you are not. Nevertheless, you need to also understand that if it doesn't match up to the standard of the person, then it's not helping. It many Valerie never go out. Or person you peer be a gentleman. But on the natural, you know, maybe you'll be a minister. You peer now, I need to adjust to her communication.
Right.
To understand that now we are in the midst of her group of people.
Right.
And the group of people my wife has or has brought to board. So then I need to adjust to be gentle. Cross my leg like that and be gentle and calm. So they go like, wow, your husband is cool. Say, yo, Sanoti. You're paying your track, my sister, my bro rough and easy. Then we flow. So the environment my wife or my partner creates will determine my behavior.
Okay.
It's just yes, will be able to bind the young crassim, kakrasabi, and will be able to be So it depends on the environment. It depends on who we are meeting, the kind of people we are seated with, and then also the environment. You know, the president be meeting, you need to understand that these are diplomatics. Penifo na ehia e wonu ntimi nkodidi nya ho sa and ehia na fofo so ne kotwoba crash me bebem na me di ade na so it depends on who and where I am introduced to.
Right.
So when we talk about be yourself, you need to also understand that I need to check out who I am with.
Okay.
That will determine my behavior. Nevertheless, I don't pretend with who I am, but I can pretend towards those outside.
Okay.
So I am identified to be known by who I am by my partner. But you see, the true me must be known by who I want to marry, who I am married to.
Okay.
But not to those outside there. I don't prove them wrong or right. I don't need to please them. It's about a person. And that person is the person I'm talking about. That be yourself. Am I getting it right?
Yes, sir.
Be yourself to the person. Me no only me. To you crack say, ya kono men ko esa rofu na bi di no you ko ni pem me classmate for you ko shobu ko ye sagashos because valalito because now so what is that?
What is this? How can you tell me?
Thank you. Tina make actually say obi be ani ni fie or be ani ni fie ni agora wodi. You'll be shocked that you meet a general manager of a company, CEO of a company, and the things he does in the house, you'll be shocked.
Right.
Because hey, CEO and I people for son, and I ten times, and you know that from now rough, and boy, but do you mama say, the you do you mama please, I came to see daddy. Is he at the office? Straight. But if you are I came to see daddy, I came to see my darling, my husband. You know, no. I came to see babe, my sugar, my Tom Brown, my Pepe. All right, so So be yourself.
Be yourself.
The do's.
The do's.
The next thing you can do when it comes to the do's to be able to keep a stable relationship. Send a relationship because focus on the habits you adore in your life partner rather than the ones you hate.
Right.
Here is very important to me, Valerie. The do's. Niemeye beboa relationship no. Niemeye beboa relationship no. Focus on the habits you adore in your life partner rather than the ones you hate. Yeah. There are always two sides of everybody. True. The weak part of you and the strongest part of you.
Right.
The sad thing about life is that most people we date and we are courting and also we are married to as our partners, they actually stop to do well, watch, focus on our weakness than our strength.
True.
Tibema we oyoma, bema we buyere, bema we tia fees, or you're very responsible. But nemere yo ba ko ni say bia na bibi. Wo yere be shemere yo achi papa yo. Any woman who does that, you can enjoy the fullness of your husband. The do's. So if there is anything to do to make the relationship a stable one, enjoy it. Please focus on his strength than his weakness. Now when you walk and not trial, focus on the strength than the weakness. But most often that person actually focuses on the weakness of the other party than his strength. And we came to say that please focus on the habits you adore.
Right.
When you be Obama, your own chance, focus.
Wow.
When you be Obama, your prepare them, focus. When you be away the Anukra, na sabi wababeji now, focus. When you be away scouts J, he does not hesitate. Focus. When you be usikona kujami, wakujao, focus. When you be a better crab, sorry, no see bedroom the whole in our focus. And to your mistake backward, don't let the person feel bad as if he's never good. The next do's, D-O, S, and they say, be honest as possible.
Very true. Very true.
Everybody at a stage in your life can lie. And I repeat, every man, every woman watching me under the sound of my voice, at a stage, you are tempted to lie. And sometimes you can lie before you tell the truth.
True.
So sometimes, maybe try to throw you out. You're checking your casket and see as a move. But when you actually are not the horn, say, or baby try to run out. No. Say, I was winning, baby. I'm sorry, I lied. But let me tell you the truth. The reality is that I said, be as honest as possible. In other words, when something happens and you are to explain, talk to us about it, please let us know the reality. It is either you lie or you tell us the truth. But say you have truth in here, it doesn't help us.
Okay.
So be as honest as possible. The do's. Admit it when you do wrong and apologize.
All right.
Admit when you do wrong and apologize. Admit it.
Yes, I feel na ye be.
Debi afi na beto to papa so.
Ye be ka kire wo e wo say busuafo nyina ma wo hu se. Na wo de onam ho de wo hu se where the body.
It why ade na nya wonu se why.
Nti wonam ho ne ni kwa nti chese
your conscience tells you what you did wrong and what you did right. And so please, if you really want your relationship to work, the do's, admit when you do wrong.
Right.
Don't defend it. And ma bebre nim sorry cracker ye jay a hand tie and maso afra milu. No, please. Remember, be too much. I'm sorry.
It's true.
It doesn't cost your life.
Right.
I'm sorry. It doesn't cost your money. In fact, I'm sorry. Rather wings and make you become more respectful. And the last one, when it comes to the do's, mind your own business.
When you say mind your own business, in which fraternity?
Stop comparing yourself to someone's own. Mind your own business.
Okay.
The do's, mind your own business. Where about come and Copeja Quesini Kwame and then the Rasa Mumbayedim. What you call Obifia no Cotose, Bearman, Tonqualan, and your man will be here, or be catching you to your feet, say. Because Madame Funifino. Now to what 20 money on my sorry, I know one. Bakers were bound to your fees. tina kwa ne to ade no we so no tua fees to ande beto o so to wo ba ne ba no betwa comparison na be man say sa udi bob mi minimum chi minimum ansa na be huom oba ne tua fees os sir because of this guy romantic and the mirror fashion body chame na be man say when you say abi
right
don't go to somebody's house and come and tell us that nemba the lunch box in the kusku nti ye nyina ye nye bie ebi ana wuni mu ate ebi ana ku free nioma no so the do's we are done. Let's go to the don'ts.
Right, the don'ts.
And nioma we are more relationship and ya wade time. Number 1, don't sleep in anger. Don't do that. Men fa bufuo nkodada. Don't sleep angry. Don't do that.
True.
Wajiri ni kunya kasa kakra oba na mmuna de abufu akoda ammuna ahwe wo aso wo fa di timuna wo nim
adan wo gide ma
me bi ha no be ma buafu akoda be ma buafu akoda ho na den kwa na mo baji wi azo na I love you tina me kasa ho no sa asema ba na wo nti ase a yenkan utumi so nka de asere da be ready so be kan no waka ba me mmuna wuku no yiri mmuna na ya da na dwe de abufu na da da be ye den obronsamu ma yentem. Anytime we get angry and we sleep, and that night the devil will visit us. The guy himself is already looking for divorce and separation. Now we go for the idea. Say separation naba. Now ba sem kakra si ya, wo muna the whole day. Ukunchia wa twetwe, ukunchia. Kosu na muna, that day will be back general. So please don't. These things will not help. Tina hama wono emwa emunumuna entoka nkete yakwa wi ayembum ni address issues amicably ni etwinda ni mompa yempon kawra de ho se o saye de hwe so wo yemobo na ma yaso ge bla 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 ya wi na de won obi omugbo fo mompa yeda
debi enye no kre
don't
mpa ye no kra enko
don't
omugina kra enye
don't so wo se wo do na be ye nioma we ya o say no don't they are tossing you don't betray yourself.
Don't betray yourself.
Don't betray yourself.
Okay.
Don't pretend to be okay when you are not okay. Don't. The more you keep pain, it grows to become bitterness. And bitterness will bring brokenness.
It's true. You want to BBS, you talk about it. That's why I me dear grow. Na me name is over for. Na say you na dear.
What's up, good some way oh, you're funny. You think you can be smarter than me? Are you Holy Spirit?
No.
How smart are you?
Of course.
You don't need it.
Right.
Don't betray yourself. Don't pretend to be strong when you are broken.
Right.
You are actually betraying yourself when you don't know. Because you know, baby, only baby, you are the national. But ben home okay. Baby, I love you so much. What you want to me make jar or rough. Don't betray yourself. Okay. So if you think you are not happy about something, express how you feel. Very important. The don'ts. No matter where I am, our relationship. Please don't get too comfortable.
Okay.
Don't. In a relationship, if you want it to grow, if you want the relationship to become like your dream,
right? If
you want it to become, the better version of your expectation or to your expectation, me part of me say, don't be too comfortable. Eh? You don't be bring book no. What to be crank sorry, or to me I love you, Chilenicum, or man is sex because why you too comfortable. Some may ya or baby would you mamma, or baby who are sorrow hamano. Or baby who are going to woman. Somebody. So you see, when you become too comfortable with something, you don't see the beauty of the thing.
Sure.
You don't see the handsomeness of the thing. The value of the thing is not there. Because you feel like when you lose it one day, you sit and go like, I should have known better. So please, these things don't do. Don't get too comfortable with your partner. Okay. Yes, I was saying. The next thing we can talk about. Don't entertain things you know should not be entertained, including your ex-boyfriend.
It's true.
Don't.
Asamno.
Oba ya wari ni, oba wari for the telephone or mama, another husband say dey.
Hey.
Oba wari ni, or ex-boyfriend for another day, or your counselor.
Hey.
I know a motivational speaker.
Hey.
Oba wa di shekawa, aya wado, I know a therapist. Oba ya wado wa shawkawa, be maybe to me bo mi awoto.
Hey.
You don't have any boundaries. You don't have any boundaries. If you do these things, you are collapsing your marriage.
Right.
You are still flirting with somebody, a married woman, a married. What is that? Don't. Yeah, sure, don't. Don't entertain things you know should not be entertained.
Right.
Adam for Bonnie, Adam for me to say, there be a foot to you too. Or Charles Kofa boy, Yera Kofa boy, me will be. Don't. Because you're chill. Another and chill, but everyone was say, why we see an enchana?
Yeah, chill.
And you don't want to, I connected you to don't be friends with your ex-partners.
Okay.
So let's move on.
All right.
The don'ts in your relationship. Don't argue in public. Don't.
Wow.
Don't. Once one day the two of you can argue and exchange words in public, the relationship, the marriage is gone. It's gone. No respect. It's gone. It doesn't make sense anymore. It's gone. Don't argue in public. Don't ever shout on your other partner in public. Don't ever in your life. Don't ever. No, don't. No matter what, don't.
Just don't.
Don't.
Regardless.
I'm repeating, don't.
Whatever the case is.
Don't.
Just
don't ever shout on your partner. Argue. Fanta ni kokunti. Mo argue. Akwala diaper. Montumi argue ofi. You couldn't argue in the house. You brought it to the funeral grounds. Don't. In the car, when there is another visitor, you are arguing. No, don't. Please, once you argue, it means that there is no respect. There is no mutual respect between the two of you. Okay. Don't. The next thing is, don't bring up the past whenever there is an issue.
Okay.
As last 2 years, 5 years ago, before we got married.
Say use question 1A to answer question 2 and 3.
What do you have, baby?
Okay.
What do you have, baby?
And say with the question 1A, no. And answer question.
What, baby?
Okay.
Now, before I bear my bed, I don't know what ma. And they will see the cancer. Are you serious? Before I bear the bed, I don't know what boyfriend be. Who's?
And who will be painting a boasrewa. Or Jenny background where you need at Tonche.
Oh, you need them. Them worry. When you will be awarded 10 years, you are still talking about the ex be 10 years ago. Up to now, ex who need though, but how do you born in Hong Kong? What is wrong with you? Is that insecurity? Or is that inferiority complex? Do you have a problem? No. If you really want your relationship to work, don't do this. If you want it to work, relationship to work, don't do this. Please, I am begging you, don't bring up the past.
Don't bring up the past.
The next thing you should not do, other than that, is going to affect your relationship. Valerie, don't bring the office to your home.
Sure.
Don't bring your office to your home. When you encounter a human, you can't ubuofu. Unu obi enya semon to come from by fee. Don't. When you have a new fear pronoun pempacho shishwanim, arrange your face. Shishe. Nasresa. Then kwadana ebishiano, and ya wabuko wekano.
Okay.
You are a father, you are a mother.
Right.
So whatever happened between you and another worker, it's not your problem. Boss, now be see you. How do you come back? Where you are, but what can be actually workers I das. But who if you can say what you're in kwada ufi, I need to go there with peace and in peace.
All right.
So that I don't go to break them in pieces. Don't. So don't bring the office to your home. Don't.
Okay.
The last don't.
The last don't.
The last don't. Don't allow envy or insecurity to overcome you.
Okay.
Don't. Obi obebe wuku bia oni no problem. Obi obebe wu yiri bia oni no problem. Don't. Don't allow envy or insecurity to overcome you. Don't. Oyire enu obi kasa apue. Your friend apue. You're sending the message apue. Uku ni obi kasa apue eye hwan. Friend na mintie fa to speaker. Please, insecurity.
Okay.
Can I tell you this? One of the greatest challenges in relationships and marriages is insecurity. When people think they are not comfortable with something around you, they want to create problems out of insecurity.
Right.
Now, when you are with somebody, you create problems, around him or her.
Right.
Because of your insecurity. You make the person feel unusual, uneasy. The person does not feel comfortable. And at the point, the person feels like, if you don't trust me, let's call it a quit. And you don't want it. What's your problem? Once you say you love me, trust me. Once I don't give you any room of suspicion. So, I mean, the do's and the don'ts are the things I have talked about.
Yeah, Councillor Obibeka said now one more Fabronya Hori Akoko say insecurity asemia wu ken say okoka ho asem sisi a Rebecca say we insecure. We insecurity say bi na mempe no.
And I say ampa.
Na ye de fa ho re akoko saa na me bronya nsoe. Nso na essence onim say oh oba ne de ojimidi. Mere ojimidi. Nti na ekofasa problems nso ban so.
Until you prove me wrong, I still trust you. Thank you.